I graduated from the Tennessee State University back in 2014, and I was just so sure that when I graduated, I was going to get the most amazing event planning job, and then eventually I was going to have my own business as an event planner. However, it didn't really work out that way. Things just didn't happen the way I wanted them to. It's my journey and your revelation. It's WisdomRoomTV. Hi guys, if you haven't been here before, welcome to the Wisdom Room. I'm Maya, and I'm just so glad that you're here. So back to my story. So after I realized that I probably wasn't going to be this amazing event planner, I kind of went on this rabbit trail of, okay, Maya, you're going to be an entrepreneur, so you need to find something else. You clearly aren't going to do event planning and it's not going to work out for you. So I went off buying programs. And you guys, I bought every program that was out there. I would go through the entire course, and then as soon as the challenge came up, I would just quit. I would stop. And I did this several times. And I spent upwards of this is a little embarrassing, but I spent upwards of $20,000. Yeah, you probably had to pause the video, because yes, I spent upward of $20,000, still kind of paying it off, but it's all good. And I would still end up just quitting. So it became a cycle of finding the next new thing, getting excited for 3 weeks, and then running into a roadblock and then just quitting. I kept saying I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I wasn't willing to put in the work. I wasn't willing to do the research or just generally have a challenge in my business so that I could get somewhere where I was actually generating revenue. And I had to recognize the cycle that I was going through. And once I recognized that, I just prayed and said, okay, God, I know I'm going through this cycle and I really, really want to be an entrepreneur. God, can you please give me some direction, give me a path? And you know what? When you pray, God shows up and he gives you the desires of your heart. So after I realized that I'd identified the thing that actually triggered me to go into this cycle, which was negative thoughts and really believing that God really didn't have my back. So I calmed down. I did all this and I realized that I need to have an abundant mindset. And I'll actually link the video down below so you can actually see how to kind of get into an abundant mindset. Look down in the description and you should be able to see that video. But yeah, I was in this cycle and I just kept going through and spending all this money. So I want to teach you not to get in that cycle, and I'm going to give you these 3 wisdom keys so you won't go through this same cycle that I was in. So first, I want you to recognize the cycle that you're in. I need you to look around and see what are the things that aren't producing fruit, that aren't producing things that you want, that it might be that business. If it's not producing revenue, then you can't really call yourself an entrepreneur. But recognize those cycles. And then I want you to pray to God and ask him, Lord, how can I break this cycle? How can I get out of what I'm going through? And as a trend, it's always good to pray to God, because God says, don't be anxious for anything, pray about everything. So always pray and ask him, how can I break this cycle and how can I get out? And then I want you to identify the triggers that put you into that cycle. So is it negative mindsets? Is it looking too far in the future? Those are mine. I look too far in the future and get overwhelmed, and then I revert to, okay, I gotta have control, I gotta hustle, I gotta get to everything that I need to, and then I end up quitting. I end up quitting the whole thing. So figure out what the triggers are for you. And then last, look for current resources, people that are around you, to see how you can plug in with them and get in relationship with them so you can push toward your goal and push toward your purpose. Guys, these are the wisdom keys, and just try those out so you can move towards your purpose. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for coming to the Wisdom Room. Remember that just as honey is sweet to the taste, wisdom is sweet to the soul. Remember to like this video, share with your friends, and come and be a part of the Wisdom Room family and subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Bye.